Fish Talk with Leo. That's right, it's me, Leo! Interviewing the experts and taking you behind the scenes of all the amazing work that's happening at Parks Canada. Bet you can't guess my favorite radio station. It's Turtle Radio! That's right, we're live and on the air from Rouge National Urban Park. Turtle Radio is part of this amazing species recovery program called Head Start that's run by the Toronto Zoo and Parks Canada. The Blandings Turtles are hatched and then raised for 2 years before graduating to the wetlands and becoming their own radio station. Today, we're going to find out exactly how Turtle Radio works with Julia from Parks Canada.
We have a Head Start program for all of our Blandings turtles at Parks Canada that are part of the Rouge National Urban Park. And we are able to track them by picking up on a radio signal that's on the back of the turtle. And what we're doing is we're actually tuning into that radio station that's on the turtle's back, and then we're going to find out where they are.
So, how does Turtle Radio help?
What we can learn from Turtle Radio is basically how to create more wetland habitat that's going to sustain populations into the future. And we can also learn what they like to use in terms of wintering space, eating spaces, where they like to go and hang out during the summer months when it's really hot.
Are you doing all this work just for the Blandings Turtles?
Lots of other creatures like the same areas as the Blandings Turtles, so things like fish species that will use the same type of marshy habitats, a lot of woodland creatures like frogs that will use the same kind of temporary pools that Blandings Turtles will stop over and use, and a lot of animals like little crustaceans and all of our insect life that lives in the area. When we create these wetlands, we create them for everything that needs water. So you can imagine all of the wildlife that comes to feed and collect and nest in the same area.
Holy crayfish! Are you saying the Blandings Turtles are helping us fish too?
We have a couple different fish species in the park. We have species like brook trout or little small fish like the red-side dace, which is actually an endangered species. And all of these creatures will benefit from the wetland restoration work that we're doing in Rouge National Urban Park.
Whoa! Turtles, who are their own radio stations, helping to rebuild the wetlands, which are helping endangered fish like the red-side dace? Is there nothing these Blandings Turtles can't do? I know, I'd certainly love to tune in and listen to my local Blandings Turtle, but isn't it hard work for them to carry a transmitter around?
The transmitter is specifically designed to not impact the turtle's day-to-day life. The antenna is pointed backwards on purpose so that they can move easily through vegetation. We even color the glue that sticks the transmitter to the turtle's back with a little bit of color that's similar to the shell, and that's so that no predators see them easily. And that transmitter acts like a little radio station that sends out a signal that we can tune into so that we can find their location.
Just how often do you check up on the turtles?
We can tune into them 3 times a week, and we can find out exactly where they're hanging out. We'll be watching his movements and figuring out where he likes to spend his time for a minimum of a year and maybe up to 3 to 4.
Where do the Blandings Turtles go?
Our turtles actually end up everywhere. Some individuals like to hang out for a very long time in the exact same place that we let them go in, and others tend to travel quite a bit. So you end up really learning about the personalities that come along with these little turtles.
Wow, they are pretty special little creatures.
And for that reason, sometimes these animals are collected by people, and that's also something that impacts them and makes them more vulnerable.
Great point, Julia. Taking a Blandings turtle home and making it your pet is a big fish head's no-no.
Okay, so in order to check that we have the right radio station on the right turtle's back, I'm just going to tune in to that specific station. I dial in to that frequency, and I adjust my sound ever so slightly so that we can hear his beeps. There he is, I hear him now. He's live and on the air.
Woohoo! Fin-tastic! Another Blandings turtle off on a great adventure helping all of his wetland neighbors. Julia, what's your favorite radio station?
My favorite station is Turtle Radio. Let's get this guy back home. Looking forward to checking in on you soon.
And there he goes, broadcasting all kinds of important info to Julia and her team at Parks Canada. So this is Leo, signing off for Turtle Radio.